Good morning, beautiful day in Dinant. I don't know how we do this. It's just mind-blowing how fast time goes when you're faffing about. So we're just about to leave Dinant and go into France, which is pretty cool. But first there's a little market here. It's kind of like a car boot sale type market, just people selling things. And it's right next to the boat, very convenient, so we're just going to go and have a quick look at that first. What does it need to be? It needs to be a bargain. If we find something that's a bargain, then we might get it. But if it's not a bargain, we're not getting it, okay? Okay. Yeah, because you've got to get bargains in life all the time. We've got everything from swords to bow and arrows, saddles for horses, everything. Anything you could wish for. Successful little trip to the market there. We got a box of Lego with lots of pieces in it, which is relatively small, which is good for the boat. And I got some little bits and bobs for fishing, but don't tell Rossella because she doesn't like fish. So it's going to be my little secret that I stash away. Emma accidentally told her mum that I've been buying fishing stuff. I've got some little bits here that we needed to be able to do what we wanted to do the other day, only in certain circumstances when mum is nowhere near. For example, the other day when we went to the supermarket, darling, we were thinking about doing something just while you were away. But anyway, well, Dinant's been beautiful, but it's time to go, heading to France now. So I've only got the one line on. I've taken all the other lines off, bar the one on the kind of midship spring on the stern. There's a little bit of current running, not a great deal. So the plan is to just steer the boat out into the current, and then once the current starts to take the bow, I can take off the power off the engine. That'll loosen up that line, and then I can just whip it off the cleat and we'll be on our way.
17 heures pour les enfants sur un parcours adapté évidemment, toujours avec un petit plateau. Parcours adapté, course ouverte à tout le monde.
Well, I'm glad you got Lego to play with here, darlings. It's lovely, isn't it? It's a really nice game.
Io e la mamma abbiamo detto, questo è più da grandi, quindi lo lasciamo per il prossimo anno qua sulla barca, così avrò 7 anni e giocherò più con questo, perché questo è più da grandi. Questo è un po' più da piccoli, quindi questo lo porto in Italia.
Ok, darling.
Così ho uno in Italia, questo è il mio preferito per adesso, perché visto questo è per più grandi, questo è per da piccoli, dai 4 ai 6 anni.
Ok.
Invece questo non lo so, però so solo che questo è di più da grandi, si vede, vero?
Yeah.
E non solo, guarda. Whee! Whee!
Oh wow, it's brilliant.
Whee! Anche il wattita.
Well, it's another beautiful place here. Lots of nature. We just went past another island back there. Rossella's down below preparing some food, so we've got 5 kilometres to the next lock. We'll probably eat before we get there. Wow!
Anche quello.
Have you seen these mountains, Emma, just in front of us? Look, there's some people there too. Climbing, they're climbing, brilliant. What a beautiful place to go climbing. This area is absolutely gorgeous. Look at this rock. If there are any climbers out there, no doubt you'll be salivating at this cliff face like I am. Gorgeous.
Se ne vuole un po' da in bianco, è un assaggio.
Oh, thank you, darling.
E io sono piena, ma...
Oh.
Maria Dati allora.
Aiuto! Non ho più gli occhi!
Oh no. Lots of ducks around, Emma. Coming through.
C'è anche una bianca!
Wow.
Molto giovane, mi sembra.
Thank you, ducks.
Sai che le occhi fanno un rumore che sembra un po' più grave. Mi risposto!
Okay, darling.
Sì, anche un bel po' di burro. Pane, burro e marmellata.
Dobbiamo andare a essere in Francia.
Nice place, isn't it? There are lots of nice places. You could probably make this trip last a year, like a complete year, couldn't you? And stop off in loads of places and just enjoy everywhere you go. Someone having a swim in the river over there, and I love the lightning conductors around here. Very elaborate, beautiful.
Che guarda, io ho una bellissima e grande spaziosa casa. Guarda un po'. Le ragazze. Una bimba e una... Da lontananza sembrava
Un bimbo, che va?
un bimbo.
Ragazzina.
Poteva anche sembrare un po'. Poi,
Dentro c'hai dei materiali.
non lo so. Iniziamo a fare una paginetta. Come abbiamo fatto quella paginetta? Giochi finché non c'è. E poi, aspetta che siamo in Francia, andiamo adesso con la paginetta next. Vi va bene?
This is our last bridge in Belgium.
Wow.
We've done lots of bridges, and this is the very last one. So we're going to put up our courtesy flag, give them a call on the radio, and tell them that we want to buy a vignette, so they know that we're not trying to sneak in without one. Can't believe it, we've done it. Well done, everybody.
Well done.
Well done, Emma. Thank you, darling, for all your help. As you can see on the chart there, shortly we'll be in 2 different countries. If I move over to this side of the boat, then just for a couple of seconds I'll be in France and you'll be in Belgium. And we've got a British flag and the boat's half Italian.
Yeah.
So it's very confusing. That's it. And then this one comes off. Thank you, Belgium, for your hospitality. It was lovely. Pull this side of it. Pull, pull, pull. You did it. Stop. That's it.
Wow.
Ta-da! You did it. Well, we've not entered the first lock yet, and we've already got some drama to contend with. I did my terrible French to ask permission to go through the lock, and then a lockkeeper asked where we wanted to go. And I said the Mediterranean. He then started very helpfully starting to speak English, which was a big help for me because I really am terrible at French, unfortunately. And he asked our draft, and I said 165. He said it's not possible. Maximum draft is 1.40 meters. Which is strange because I've checked this route multiple times and it should be deep enough for us without any problems. And also the VNF website should be updated with any depth issues, whatever. There's nothing on there as far as I'm aware about that. And I checked this morning, I put a route into the VNF route calculator, put in the depth of the boat and everything, it showed us a route coming up, the one that I'd chosen. So there shouldn't be a problem, but apparently there is. So we'll see. I think possibly the best course of action is just to push on here and go in the direction we want to go, and just you know, take this as somebody perhaps being a bit pessimistic, but we'll see what the information is.
Not possible.
Yeah,
It's not possible.
well, lots of things in the world aren't possible to some people, but we'll see. We'll speak to him what the issue is. We'll see what the issue is. Maybe it's they need a bit more rain. Maybe it'll start pouring down the next couple of weeks. We'll see. We'll take things one step at a time. Anyway, drama. It's always a drama. You never plan anything with a boat. Everything is okay. There was some massive amounts of uncertainty going into the lock because the lock keeper said it wasn't possible to get to the Mediterranean. But of course he didn't know the route we intended to take. The route we did want to take is not available right now. The maximum draft allowed is 1.4 meters right now. If it rains, that may change. But there's an alternative route, so we can still go. We can still go in the direction we wanted to initially, and then we may have to go a different direction depending on what happens between then and now. So we're back going again, and you know, you can spend years planning, and then from one moment to the next it all goes out the window and you've got to make a new plan. So it's good, it's exciting, it keeps it fresh, interesting, and yeah, it teaches you to be flexible and just go with the flow and let the big man upstairs decide what happens next. So yeah, it's all good. We're now going to head into Givet, and then, oh my goodness,
Wow.
Hello fish.
It scared me. Oh my god, it was a massive splash.
We're now going to head into Givet. Looks like it might rain, so we might have a barbecue in the rain. Who knows? Let's see what happens next. First impressions are lovely. It's supposed to have been raining all day as well, pretty much, or on and off throughout the day, and we've been really lucky. We've dodged it. So hopefully it's falling somewhere in a part of the watershed where it's needed for our canal trip. Here we are then, moored in Givet, just under the Pont des Américains, the Americans Bridge. Very pretty. There's an area over there you can moor, but that's a payment. You get more services, showers and electricity, water. We don't need that, so we're going to stay on this side, which is free. And I'm just about to do a barbecue. First one on this boat. We had this barbecue on our previous boat, and it's designed for disposable barbecues. So you just kind of stick that on there, and a disposable barbecue will go in there. However, I've been on the lookout for grills for a while, and as often happens, fortune it drops into place literally in here like that, and then if you put it under there and then you push it and slide it under there, it kind of locks into place, so it doesn't even move about at all. So that's just pure luck, 100% pure luck. I did measure it, but you know, the fact that that was in the shop, it was discounted as well, it was €7.50, end of line thing. And then we have another one to go on top, and that'll be our grill. Then we'll just use normal charcoal rather than disposable barbecues, and it's really beefy stainless steel. I'm just going to move this line out of the way, and then when embers drop, which they will, that's fine, it will just drop down into the water. There we go then, red hot. And as I said before, anything that drops out of this just goes down into the water, so that's no problem. I do have a fire hose available, but I'm sure that won't be needed. And actually it's quite handy that this has got gaps, kind of air gaps around the edges here, so that's actually, I can just hold it with my hand there, so it's not too hot, even though that's red hot, so that's good. And that, if I put my hand there where the netting and Dyneema is, that's fine, not hot at all. So now I'm happy with that. I'll get some sausages on and get ready for the, what do you call them? Skewers, spadini. What do you call them in English? Skewers? I don't know. So what do you think, Emma? Is it nice? A little bit nice or very nice? Really? Oh wow. Well, we've had our barbecue. It was actually very nice with the addition of some salad, cucumber and kind of tapas type bread as well. Made kind of sandwiches with my burnt sausages. It was very tasty. It may not have looked it, but it was. A little bit of commotion going on over there at the moment. Some younger people diving in and splashing about and being a bit rowdy, which is cool when you're that age. The football is going in and then somebody's going to get it. Anyway, there's a very French feeling here to Juvet. Sounds obvious, doesn't it? Because we're in France, so you'd expect it to be like that. But earlier on, there were people sitting here outside Bar de la Vallée, chairs and tables, and there was a nice chilled holiday French atmosphere. Join us next time as we go through our first ever tunnel, which looks very small and has no lights, before we see just 1.5 metres on our depth sounder, which is a bit of a problem as we draw 1 metre 65.